Hey there, it's Dr. Ray from the Learning Liaisons here again with another FTCE vlog video where we're going to do a little question analysis. So this is a practice question that was sent in by one of our teachers, and she is looking to take her business ed exam. So the concern was with question number 26. So remember, per my workshops I do online, the very extensive looking into the question, understanding how these questions are written. So remember, we're not looking at the question first. We're going to go straight to the answers and read them. They are usually taxable. They are offered voluntarily by companies in order to make their stock more attractive. Their amount and frequency are determined directly by shareholders at large. They may be discontinued or reduced at any time. So we're going to go through our mental checklist. Remember, we are not looking at the question. We are working backwards. All right. When I look at these, I'm looking for my outlier, similar answers, key words, themes, things that I go over in my workshops online. So when I look at these, I am noticing some themes. And most people, when they go about it this way, they're not really seeing this. And this really unlocks a question here. So when I look at these themes, I see they are usually taxable. All right, so when I see something taxable, the first thing in my mind is I'm thinking of the government, right? They're offered voluntarily by companies, so the companies are giving them, all right? Amount and frequency are determined directly as shareholders, so that's the people getting the stocks, right? So now we got the government, we've got the companies giving it, and we've got the shareholders who are getting it, and then we have discontinued or reduced at any time. So that's the company again. So B and C, right? B and C are telling me that that's company focused, right? Hopefully you're following what I'm saying. That says the company is driving that. A is telling me in my mind that's the government, and C is telling me that that's the people. That's the shareholder. You're getting the stocks, right? So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. So when I have that in my mind, that's telling me, well, when I get up to the question, remember, we haven't looked at the question yet, but when I get up to the question, if it has something to do with the person receiving something, then I know where my eyes are going to go. If it has something with a company directive, like the company giving the stocks is doing or controlling something, then I know where to look. And if it has something to do with the government, then most likely it's probably going to be A. All right. So let's take a look at the question now. So which of the following is not true of stock dividends? So the next step in this philosophy and this thing that I go over in my workshops is I'm going to look for that key word and phrase. Well, obviously, the number one thing that needs to be pointing out is not true. So those teachers out there who have been through my workshops, you know what we're going to do right now. We're going to play that game. It's called the opposite game, right? We're going to stop on once we see one of those, which of the following does not belong, which one is least effective, which one is not true. Those are what we're going to call our negative questions or opposite questions, right? So which of the following is not true of stock dividends? So what we're going to do is we're going to play the opposite game. I'm going to cross off every answer real quick that is true of stock dividends. Okay. So if you're not sure what the stock dividend is, you don't really remember the exact definition, that's fine. Okay. You're still going to be able to get this answer right because we know what a stock is, right? That's something that the company gives off to the people who are the stock shareholders, right? You want to buy stock in a company. So which of the following is true of stock dividends? And we're going to cross that out, right? Well, are they taxable by the government? Well, if we want to play the odds game, most things we know are taxed by the government, right? So I'm probably going to cross this one off, right? Next one, they're offered voluntarily by companies in order to make their stock more attractive. Well, we know stocks are given by the companies to the consumer, to the shareholder. So that makes sense because they're given by the companies, right? Their amount and frequency are determined directly by the shareholders at large. All right. Well, stock dividends are being given from the company. This one's talking about them receiving, and it says determined by the shareholder. I'm not sure. That doesn't really give me the warm and fuzzies there. They may be discontinued or reduced at any time. Well, if the company is controlling the stock dividends, well, obviously they can reduce. They're in control of it. So just by process of elimination right there, the only answer is the answer that is left. And that's what the answer is. The answer is C. Their amount and frequency are determined directly by shareholders at large. So hopefully you're following that logic, because remember, we're going the opposite game. So which of the following is true of stock dividends, right? So if you know the basis of stocks being given out by companies, there's only one answer here, right? Remember, we work backwards. There's only one answer here. When we started out at the beginning with C, the amount and frequency are determined direct by the shareholders at large, right? See how that doesn't fit, because it's saying the shareholders control something. So the shareholders are forcing this action here. The other ones are everybody else, the company or the government. This one's the only one is the shareholder, you holding the stock, right? So that is why the answer is C, right? So if we revisit the question and look at it now, which of the following is not true of stock dividends, right? The only answer that is left that makes sense is C. All right, so if you have any other questions about this specific question or any question for any of the FTCE exams that you're encountering, you can check out my contact information below on my website. I do these workshops every day online, gives you instant access. So if you have any questions about my workshops, or even if you don't enroll, any questions specific to your exam, you need some help, feel free to email me at the email address below in the description, or text me anytime at 407-797-1499. All right, this is Dr. Ampel with the Learning Liaisons, and you guys have a great rest of your day.
Do you need to pass your Florida teacher certification exams? We help college students and classroom teachers all over the state pass several of these exams. We provide online workshops for a variety of exams, such as the General Knowledge Subject Area Exam for Elementary Education and Professional Education Test. Our teams of presenters are university professors in the state of Florida who have extensive experience with these exams and want to help you pass on your first attempt. Visit our website today to learn all about our FTCE prep services. We provide scheduled live online interactive workshops each week in our virtual classrooms. Can't make a scheduled session? Don't worry. Enroll 24/7 in one of our video courses and get instant access to previous workshop recordings and resources. Our past workshop participants often share how our discussions and strategies have provided them with first attempt success on their various exams. Check out what some of our recent workshop attendees have said. Our workshops focus on the knowledge, skills, and abilities that are needed to guarantee success on your exam. You can do it. Register today and get what you need to pass exclusively with the Learning Liaisons. FTCEworkshops.com.